Hello,
Hi.
it's us again. It's him and him. It's him
And M
for
for
you.
you. Um, if you haven't been following us, please start. We have a YouTube channel, Eminem for
Come
You.
on,
We
man.
have
Come,
Facebook.
come on, come on,
We're
come
we're
on.
a couple that we've
Right now.
dedicated the rest of our lives to helping other couples because we've been blessed. God has blessed us, and we want to share the wisdom that we've learned through our years together. So today we actually have a question that came to us. If you guys have a question, please send it
Please,
to us,
please.
and we'll answer it. And we
Yeah,
also have a personal service. We don't claim to be the experts, but we can give you advice on what's worked for us. So this question came to us. The person said that they have a defensive mate, and they fret having a conversation with that person because that person's always on the defense, and it starts an argument. So I think this is going to be the first one where me and Mark don't really agree on the advice. And we said at the beginning, like if we don't agree, we'll let you know.
yeah,
As we were talking about this question, we got this question over a week ago,
yeah,
and we have different opinions on how to answer. So, if that person, well, we're gonna let that person know that we've made the video. They can listen to his advice, and they can listen to my advice,
yeah,
and they can decide on which one. So, Papa, you want to go first? His name's Mark. I call him Papa. Y'all can't call him Papa. He's my Papa. So if you hear me say Papa, that's why, because that's my name for him.
yeah. So, defensive mate. Um, in my estimation, and that there is a little bit of defensive mechanism in everyone. Everyone has some kind of defensive mechanism because everyone kind of believe that whatever they're doing is right, they can't do no wrong or whatever. Everybody got some of that in them, whether they're gonna admit it or not. Everyone has that. So when you talk about defensive mechanism, it's a lot of times it's just a matter of presenting it to me, how you present it to them. Because the same things that you're asking someone to do or want them to do could could be different, go different ways, depending on how you ask or how it's done. So but the if there's something that is worth saying, then it's worth saying to them right. It's worth coming to them in the right way, because, nobody's perfect. As much as we want to be, there is no perfect person here. So a lot of times it's just a matter for me, is just maybe addressing it in a time that it's not happening. So it doesn't seem like, you know, you're you're calling me out, or saying that I'm doing something wrong, or and people will get that, and sometimes it's the way you come at them, like, why are you leaving that on there? Why are you doing that there? As opposed to, can you get that right there, because I don't leave it up, company might see it or something like that, so it's a way of coming at it, and it's those things are just, it's just one of those things. And some people do have a heightened sense of defense mechanism where they don't want to hear nothing about nothing.
So I have a different point of view. Um, my point of view is that I feel like when something happens, then let's talk about it right then. Let's get it out in the open. I agree that you have to choose your battles, in which, like, years ago, I didn't choose my battles. So the majority of our relationship was, why'd you do this? What are you doing? Why won't you do this? Can you put a liner back in the garbage can? You know, just like wanting that perfection. Learned later in life that that's just not how it works. It works better for him if I give him his list, and you know he concentrates on his list and his task one at a time. So I understand that now, and I don't know if that's what's happening with this person, but I do know that nobody is always anything. Nobody is always defensive. And like Mark said, you just have to learn people and understand how to approach them. And then sometimes if a person is defensive, a lot of times, nobody's always defensive, but if a person's defensive a lot of times, you have to keep in mind that you're not the first person that person has probably been in a relationship with, and people bring their past in relationships, and you have to be cognizant of that and know, why am I doing this? Why am I feeling this way? Is it because Lisa did blah 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 to me, so now I feel like I have to have that wall up for this because Lisa did it too, and I need to, you know, I need to make sure that this person isn't doing the same thing. So that person, you can't be responsible for that person and their past. But what you can do is, like Mark said, is find a way to communicate with that person that's defensive and say, why are you coming to me about that? That's not who I am. I'm here for you. We're one team. I would like for you to trust me unconditionally because I'm not here to hurt you. And those are just words. You have to show it too, that I'm here for you. We're one team. I have that unconditional love, and we're going to work through this together. I'll show you that I'm not Lisa, and I'm not going to do that. So there's no need for you to feel defensive and like towards me, because if I did do something or say something hurt your feelings, then it wasn't intentional. So let's talk through it and get through it and move on to our happy spot. So it's hard because
that's a rough one.
You have your past, you have your experiences, you have your different backgrounds, like with family. And like we said, we're not trying to say that we're the professionals. Sometimes if a person is not always, nobody's always, but if they're defensive a lot, like it's happening 75% of the time in your relationship, then there may be something underlying, not just with from a past relationship, but maybe as from a child. They may have abandonment issues. They could have all types of issues. And in our community, going to counseling is something that we just don't do. Like if you go to counseling, you must be crazy.
Yeah.
But there's issues that people need to talk about, and they may not feel comfortable talking to you. They may not feel comfortable talking to their friend. They may feel like they're going to be judged. They're not comfortable talking to their parents, their boss. Who do you talk to? Who can you talk to? So me and Mark were at a crossroads one time, and we're like, this just is not working.
Yeah.
And we decided to go to counseling. That's not something that couples, like in our culture, in our community, do. But we didn't want to give up on each other, and we don't want to give up on our relationship, so we did go to counseling.
Yeah. Totally was against it at first. Totally. I mean, just like most of us. Just, what do we need for that? Other people can't tell us nothing. We know, but it really is something to think about. You go there and there's someone else that you can talk to, because it's hard dealing in relationships. It's hard going through and maneuvering and trying to figure what makes this person tick and why don't he respond or she don't respond or why they keep doing this or that, keep saying I don't like it or whatever it is. It's there's could be some other things to that, and going to see them could probably open up some of those things and make it easier, because it's one thing about it is you want to feel comfortable with your mate. You want to feel comfortable. But you could say anything, you could bring up anything, you could go through anything, and you could feel comfortable saying that to them. You don't want to have a feeling of I better not say this or they're gonna come at me or get mad. That's not healthy. It's not a healthy relationship. You want to be able to talk, but you have to find that balance and to where to talk and how to talk to each other about it to get there. It's not just like, I should feel comfortable saying things to you. Yeah, but you can't just say, hey, you get up here and do this. There's a way you have to say it. And then you, as gradually you get to know each other and you'll know how to come to each other about certain situations. So it's just a matter of trying to find that balance of how do you talk to each other and feel comfortable that I can say this to you and you accept it, and we can talk about it.
And sometimes, like, therapists aren't one size fits all. Like the therapist that we went to, we bonded because of how, like, our the ordinary. I don't know. He thought that we were on a level that we weren't on, and he said, "Why don't you guys?" In which he did what he was trying to say. We got it. He was like, "You guys need to make some new memories and do some things, some activities together." That's one of the tips that we give you guys about building a strong relationship.
Just
and he would say, just get
he
your credit card, fly to Europe for a week. And we're like, okay. Where's your dream vacation? Yeah, go there.
Just go there. Just
walk
fly out
down
and do
the avenue and
I think we're going to do that no time soon there. But.
Okay, but we did get the message that he was trying to give. And he kind of, like, he asked some tough questions like, do you guys really want to be together? She's an attractive woman. You want her to be with another man? And, he put things into perspective about, like, where we were in our relationship. And he's like, you guys, I get harder stuff than this. So then, that made us think, is it really worth what we're,
this is
we can work
pretty much the norm, because a lot of people look at relationships and they think everybody else is living so much better, that things that are so much better on that why they have the perfect relationship. But they don't have the perfect relationship. Nobody has a perfect relationship. So there's always something in a relationship. So if you're gonna be strong and you're gonna both speak your mind, then you're gonna get into arguments. That's just the fact, because no two people think exactly alike everything. So you're gonna get into them. It's how you handle them. It's how you get through them and how you don't let them linger into other things and to get into a point where there's no turning back.
I hope that answers the question from the viewer about her not wanting to talk with her mate because they're defensive. But you have to. You have to. If you're gonna stay with that person, there has to be communication.
There's got to be communication.
It has to be communication. You have to find a way to communicate with that person and to make them feel like they can trust you. It sounds like it's a trust issue. They don't trust or feel like they're going to be judged. So they're like, I'm automatically going to put up what do you mean by that? Why'd you say that? Well, I didn't do that. Well, no.
because you don't know
It's more to it.
what they've been through. You don't know what the situations that they've been in. So you don't know what's gonna touch them. So it's better to feel your way into that, especially if it's not something that is worth it. It's something that's not worth an argument. Something that's then feel your way into it, and eventually you'll find a way to say it.
But with me, I feel like, okay, let's talk about it as it's happening. Because if it keeps happening, I'm gonna get aggravated, and then it's just gonna.
No. I'm talking about the small things that is not worth every time, because nobody wants to be, hey, you left the seat up. Hey, you left the seat up. Hey, you left the seat up. You know, nobody, and when men, because anybody could say that about somebody else that somebody always doing. And it's like, you know, and is that worth, you know, an argument? Is
Now,
it
are
worth,
you okay?
it's
Worth it to the woman that's falling in the water in the toilet.
I understand.
It may not be worth it to the man. It's just like they pee and
I just use that for example. You know, nobody would just keep leaving the seat up because they understand. But I use that for example if there's just something that's just, you know, it ain't worth, you know,
I understand.
study going over and harping over. You know, it's like, you know, okay, because there is a certain part of a person just, you know, that's who they are and that's what they're gonna do. And so to try to make somebody do some of these things, you know, is I'd rather it seems more to me that you know, why don't you want to do this, or why don't, you know, it's kind of use that angle, like, you know, you know, or just explain, you know, hey, I had to sit in this pee again, you know, for the third time. Can you come on, dude? You know what I'm saying? It'll be like, I'm sorry, baby, it won't happen again. You know, just something like subtle rather than a harshness. Like, you know, I mean, you're their mate. You're not their parent. You're not telling, you know, so you want to approach them as that way. Mm-hmm. You know, you respect them as their mate and not a parent, not somebody that's gonna scold you for doing something wrong or saying something, but somebody that's got your back and just want to see you do the right thing, you know, about them or anybody else. It could be somebody else that have to use their company or whatever going there, you know, and they have to sit down, you know. But that's pretty much the point. Just you know, just be. You know, just be respectful. But yeah.
Okay.
Continue to stay on this journey with us, because I mean, we're really trying to get it. We want to get all the feedback that we can get, so we'll know what you like, what you want to come with. We're here for you. I mean, this is not really for us. We enjoy giving our inputs. That's what we get out of it. We enjoy giving some stuff that maybe could help couples along the way. We love that. And we're not just stringing for money or trying to do nothing. We just enjoy doing this for you. It's all for you. And we just want the more of you that can join us and help us, then we know it's working. So they want to hear this. Let's give them some of this. You know, we got the you explained about the game night that we got on there. Mm-hmm. You already explained that. We got the game night. You can see some of the stuff that we're doing. Yeah. You know, so.
Yep. If you look through our videos, we have a game night. We do game nights, and we're going out to different places in the community and have the game nights. And we're trying to spread the word of love.
We're hoping that's going to be a big thing because people really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, couples, they come, they don't know, you know, what you're going to ask, but it helps them because they get to know their partner and a little bit better.
Yep.
Let's just say it ain't. They don't always know them like they think they know 'em. So check out that. Check out that. I think you'll love it, and maybe you can do. Maybe you can do it or join us.
Yeah.
On one sometime. But let us know.
Yeah, leave a comment. Send us an email if you want to be a part of our virtual game nights. We have a virtual date night. Thank you for joining us.
But thank you for joining us. Yeah, I know it is. It's M.
M and M
For you.
God bless.
God bless. Have a good one. See you next time.